The House of Representatives is now seeking more budgetary allocation to increase the capacity of the Army for optimum performance. Chairman House Committee on the Army says this will help the military formations in the country to facilitate engagements, particularly in environments where there are security concerns. Joseph Kunde has details.
The mandate of the Army is to protect lives and property and the country's territorial integrity. The House of Representatives Committee on the Army is visiting military formations for an assessment of its operational base, but makes a stop at Government House, Yanagoa. The need for adequate budgetary allocation for the Army was emphasized.
I can tell you on record that the appropriation we have been doing as in the National Assembly is really too low for the Army. In 2020 budget, only 34 billion was meant for capital component of the budget. And you remember, out of this 34, only 50% was implemented, meaning only 17 billion was made available to the Nigerian Army on capital. And that is to say 17 billion needed to procure arms, air vehicles, to build infrastructure, build barracks. In fact, even bandits, they have more budget than the Nigerian Army, the way things are happening. So I think in 2021, sir, it has reduced from even 34 to 27 billion. I'm talking about 20 billion naira.
Governor Oyediri gives a charge to lawmakers performing their oversight functions.
Our problem is the legislative arm of government, the National Assembly. If the National Assembly does laws and follow up those laws of oversight, this country will change. Make adequate provisions, budgetary provisions for the Nigerian Army, and do oversights that will make the Nigerian Army to be efficient, make the Nigerian Army to be efficacious. More importantly, that we as Democrats, as civilians, as members of the National Assembly will perform our duties meritoriously.
The House of Representatives Committee is seeking more financial support for the Army. Its members also want effective collaboration among security agencies to promote peace in a country battling insurgency and armed banditry. Joseph Kunde, TVC News, Yanagoa.